And paddles. No.
Sir.
Good. Front. Yeah. Yep. We're going to start a little bit of rotations. Depart. Waist is.
Hello, sir.
Honey is. Big circles. Hana. Do. Set. It. Serious. Okay. Good.
Set. Net. That. Yes.
Good. Now we're going to go feet fairly far apart. And we're going to rest our elbows on our knees. And side to side as far as we can go from one side to the other. Nice and deep. It's almost like our split stretch practice. Stretching our groin muscles. Now our back side goes up, hands in front, both heels stay on the ground as low as you can, hands on the inside, not out here, body forward. One, two, set, hit, just, look up, give it a switch.
Set. Net. Yes. Go.
Okay, this time on fours, one, two, set, hit, just, look up, give it.
Set. Net. Yes.
And on twos, on a dual, set, hit, just, look up, give it.
Set. Net. Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to come back here, come a little bit closer in, and we should be able to go a little bit deeper on each side. Okay, and then we go head up, hands on the inside of our knees, say Kima Jase. Next horse stance, we turn, on it, boom, set, hit, yes, look up, give it.
Set. Net. Yes.
Punch down, foot through, other foot on top, ankles bottom hook, on it, good, set, hit, yes, look up, give it.
Set. Net. Yes.
Okay, and Morgan, I don't know if you've used this much in your classes. You know what we've been working on this past few months? What's been the primary focus?
Primary focus is kicking, sir.
For our physical skills, yes. But what have we been talking about? I don't know if we've talked to you as much as we have. Yeah, so self-discipline, a couple things. It's just really easy to do. Is when I was younger, I first started martial arts, my foot, I was always told to have my toes pulled back like that. Why? A couple of reasons. One is it's good foot shape. It's for my front snap kick, really easy. But two, if I can't focus on that, then my focus and my discipline is not going to be great. So, always practicing the way that I would perform later. I did this when I was a student. I don't even think about it when I'm an instructor now. Here we go. Up, go, knee, loop. So, the lesson there is pull your toes back. Up, undo, down. Set it. That's yes. We'll get good. Same side. Grabs my toes, walk out, other hand, grabs my knee, loop. And everyone has to go higher than Devin. 1, 2, set, hit, that's it, that's it. Here we go. Jody. Back in, slowly down. Morgan did a nice job of keeping her toes pulled back. Can't see all your guys' feet, so you did too. Side, equals still ball hook. Hold on, do set hit. Yes, look up here.
Set. Net. Yes.
Covering our L step to toe, knee, loop. On a do. Five down, set head. Yes, look up here.
Set. Net. Yes.
Same side, grabs toes. Other hand, grabs my knee. Walk out the loop. And this time higher than 1. Hold on. Oh, hit, hit. Yes. Yes. Here we go. Yoga.
Set. Net. Yes. Go.
Back in. And slowly down. Okay, now, we've done a couple of ways of standing up. One, we just stood straight up like that. We've done our kick to stand up. And we're going to do a different version of this one. So, I'm going to use my bag as my example. Can we fight from the ground, Morgan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can. We should be. This is not exactly where I want to be, but we should be able to. I still always want to have my hand up. And when I pick up my leg, that leg that is now in the air, I'm going to turn my toe sideways and push. Up, stomp, and then back down. Good. We're going to try 5 of these each side. 1, hit, hit, sit, and then we switch our sides. Morning, I'm gonna walk 5. We're still doing 5. 1, boom, sit, hit, that's it. And after my kick, I just put my foot behind me, and we stand up nice and easy. I need to hit you, hit you back up, and get on my feet. Now, I've been talking with my students for the entirety of this week. So Monday and Tuesday, I was talking to them about you're always going to perform the way that you practice. What do you think that means, Morgan? Everyone interprets it differently. But like, what do you guys think it means? Perform the way that you practice.
Means if you practice at your best, you should do it. If you're practicing well.
Yes, pretty much, right? If I do my stretching like this, my results are going to be great as compared to if I stretch like this. So if I only ever do this, I shouldn't be able to expect to do that. It's not going to happen. But you guys are really smart. So we're going to hop onto our bags, and it's going to be 30 seconds, hand skills only. Now, the reason I was talking to students about this is Monday I saw a lot of this for my students. And what's the number one reason people take martial arts? To defend yourself. So if I only ever practice like this on my bag, when I get bullied by Morgan, she comes over to beat me up, this is going to be my result. And that's not good. She's going to beat me up. So 30 seconds, strong. Practice. Hand skills on our bag. Any hand skills that you want. Use elbows, back fists, hooks. Don't care. Hands up, ready, and go. Good. Move around. Switch my feet. One side. Back to the other side. Spin back fist, hook. Good. Think about high. Think about middle. Think about low. Changing our angle. 3, 2, and high. Good. A lot of people, we always remember high, middle, low. It's not that hard. Because if I only ever try to punch Morgan in her face, she's eventually going to start blocking that. So instead of trying to punch her in her face the whole time, I'm going to punch middle. Then I'm going to go high. Then I'm going to go low. Then I'm going to go back high. So not hitting the same place just 20 times in a row. The other part of that is changing my angle. So I've talked about get in, get out, and that works really well. But I also want to change. So I don't ever just want to go straight in, straight out. Because if they throw a kick, I'm going to go straight to that kick. It's not going to be great for me. So get in, and then changing my angles. Now if they were to throw that kick, they miss, I can still hit them again. So thinking about that with our kicking skills next. Not just one spot. Think, get in, get out. How can you use that sliding, that moving with our kicks? 30 seconds, any kicking skills you want. Use both feet, change your angle. And go. Yes, good. I like the wheel kicks. There's some snap in our kicks as well. 4, 3, 2, and time. How long does the average fight last?
Seconds, sir.
Seconds? I want you to type. How long does it last? Seconds? 30? Oh. 7. Average fight lasts 7 seconds. Because somehow in that 7 seconds, someone gets winded, or it just turns into this. Whoever gets knocked out first loses. There's no blocking whatsoever. So, make sure that we can fight well for 7 seconds. We're going to go 1 minute. 1 minute, any skills that you want on your bag. Whether you're practicing on the bag or the air, I know for a fact the bag's not going to hit me. If it did, that would be very surprising. But I still want to throw my blocking skills. So think, if I were to hit you there, move, block, move, block, hit. I'm still incorporating my blocking skills, even though I know I might hit you. Hands up, 1 minute. Hard work practice, none of this. Practice the way that you're going to perform. And go. Good move, side to side. Nice job, Devin. I like the combos. Then you want to get in, move around. 3, 2, 1, and front. All right, nice work. Morning, work hard. Please turn. Face your bag. As long as you're facing your bag, put on your mask. And if you guys have them, grab your Tonfa next. We're going to be using those. When we next meet is white stripe testing. Make sure that we know all of our basics, or we have at least seen all of our basics. Madeline, did you ever find your second Tonfa? No? Lucas did. Yes, please do. All right, so first one is the first skill I've ever been taught. This is I've told you guys this many times. Look out, roll up on my fingers, back down, got the handle. Flip. Biggest focus here is making sure that I'm catching it against my forearms. I don't want to flip that out here, because this is not great shape for me against my arms. Here, don't flip one hand like this, one hand like this. So hands evenly. This is our basic foot, or I'm sorry, our positioning foot. Try for about 30 seconds. Go. These are primarily how we would end up using my Tonfa. I use them short, I can use them long, and I use them as my hammers. These are what we end up seeing later. And if it's hard to flip both of them at the same time, flip one, then the other, until you guys get better and more comfortable. Okay, 3, 2, and time. Was a beater. This next one is going to be our inside foot. The reason it's called inside foot is because Morgan will be standing on my inside. I'm hitting whoever's inside by flipping my weapon from my outside to the inside of my body. Now, a couple things when we're doing this. The way that we're going to practice is we're going to reach out, stop my weapon as far in front of me as I can, then I'm going to pull it back. Same thing with my other hand, out as far as I can, making sure it's in line with my forearm, then bring it back. Stop, back, stop, back. This is going to work on my grip, my timing, and my forearm strength. About 30 seconds, just this go. And not all of them are going to be perfect, that's fine. I want us to have, let's say, 60% more good ones than bad ones. So at least 20 good ones to 10 bad ones. Good. 3, 2, 1. And other people asked me this question before on how to make sure that their hands stop sliding. There are 2 ways. One of them is a lot easier. We kind of cheat a little bit, and I use my belt. I use my waist, pop my hands back into place. So after I use one hand, oh, it slid. When I use my other hand, I put it back into place. It slides as I switch back. Other way, this one is harder, is I just need to hold on with my last 2 fingers, my ring finger and my little finger, a little bit tighter. So now it won't slide as much. It takes a little bit more concentration, a little bit more focus, but won't slide. Those 2 ways. Next one, we're going to do our outside foot. So I'm going to make for our stance and almost like a backhand. Out. Look at it. Make sure. Oh, line it up nicely. Finish going outside. Switch. Finish going outside. Switch. Still stopping it at my maximum extension as we come back. Right. 30 seconds. Go. Turning this way. Back this knee. And have your comfort. You're just going to hit you with your arm. This is just a back fist. If I don't have my comfort when I'm doing this, I'm just back fist 1, back fist 2, back fist 3. And using that same rotation, my weapon just follows suit. My arm goes one way, my weapon wants to go the same way. That's how it works. So that was a nice catch, man. I'm good. That's what Devin. 3, 2, 1. That's fine. Next one is an overhand flip. Now for my overhand flip, this is a little bit of a weird one. There are a couple ways that we can do it. Either really just throw your hand forward, gets a little bit tougher to catch and to just swing, because if I don't bend my wrist, I don't have as much power doing it. So the way that we've done before is we cheat a little bit. We reach our hands back, and I loosen my grip. Now you see that my tonfa is not lined up with my forearm anymore. But my forearm, I let go, and it's like right next to my shoulders. And then we reach our hands forward, both hands down, and it gives me a little bit more flipping power, so I can bring it back to my arm nice and easy. And then reach forward. Now I would suggest trying with one hand, then the other, but you may try both if you wish. Does not matter to me, as long as you have good reps, good hard practice. In about 30 seconds, this skill. Go. Out. 1, 2. I still want to catch it on my forearms. Don't swing it like this. The point of my weapon, it doesn't make sense for me to have it if I can reach further than my weapon does. So always nice long extension with my hips. Nice and far out in front of me. Not swinging over here to the outside because there's nothing over there. Three, 2, 1, and time. Next one I really like. I've told you guys the story. I thought I invented the skill. I did not. I just figured it out by mistake. So practice martial arts, have fun with your weapon, and maybe you'll find new skills. This one is my figure 8. I'm going to start in that same kind of position where I'm back over my arm, and we go down from here, like 2 middle ones, and catch. So it's a lot easier to use one hand because weapons might not hit. So if I'm going to use my right hand only, we hit down, pass my hip, down, and catch. Really, I just go 1, 2, flip it, flip it. out, 1, 2, put back in. I just have a loose grip when I'm moving. Then try your other knee. 15 seconds first. Let's go 15 seconds one hand, then we can switch to my other one. Oh, that was. Okay, then over again. 3 minutes. 1, 2, 1. That's about 15 seconds. So try your other hands. Now, if you ever do drop your Tonfa at your test, it does not count as a mistake. Unless you're doing this and you throw it. That's bad. 4 Tonfa screws. Nice and slowly with you guys now. 1, 2, 3. Out. 1. Long, 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 long. 2. Long, long. Put back. 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's a lot more than 15 seconds, but this is a tougher skill. Yeah. We're just going to do a couple more because I do want to get to other things, so we're going to do these next ones kind of quickly. We're going to hold our tongue short, and whenever I punch something like this, it's a lot harder because this might wobble, and I don't want it to pop off my forearm because then it's going to pop out of my hand. So make sure that I always keep it against my arm. I push my hand or my wrist down. Look, holding it like this shape. I'm really straining the handle. I'm actually worried it's going to break because I'm so strong. I'm going to go with that answer. So by pushing down, hold it against my forearm. And we're starting with my knee. You go low, middle, high, high, middle, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 count, all 6. On it. I got distracted. Go. Sit. Hit. Sit. That's it. Here we go. Low, middle, high, high, middle, low. And now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to go long. Long is a little bit harder because now I don't have as much on my forearm. It's the same idea. Push my hand down, keep it connected to my wrist. Low, middle, high, high, middle, low. Just 4 of these. On it. Low. Set. Hit. And we're going back to short. So that's how I refer to these. This is short. This is long. This is hammer. So going back to our short, we're going to go sweeps. These are considered sweeps. If I hit my bag like a hammer fist, reverse knife hand. So I just drop my cup all together. Hammer, hammer, or knife hand, doesn't matter. Hammer, 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 hammer. Same thing, but just with my palm now. You go from one side, on. 1, 2. Oh. Hit. Hit. Sit. And go long. Same idea. That's it. Go. Go. Oh. Go. And now we're going to go to hammer. Hammer is just when it is already trying to striking. It happens a lot when we first start. My hammer is just my triangle striking. I'm going to start on my ear. My elbow is going to start on my elbow. And we reach up, hammer, bring it back, take his hand, snap down. Okay, so like it, there's a nail. That's my hit. And then back. Right? Cool. Good. Now I'm going to do this. Sit. Sit. Here we go. Go. Oh. Go. And whatever. How I always hold my weapons is I'll put them in my belts. Because there's a nice little handle there, so they're not going to fall out. And shake out your hands. Relax your fingers, massage it in, because practice really hard with Tonfa and start to cramp a little bit. Now, you guys also have to do weapon sparring. So one of the best things that you can do that is if you have a heavy bag, that's as great as having a partner almost. Don't, then you just have to practice in the air. So I want you to try one of the important things about sparring with, let's say, just the Tonfa. When you guys test, what do you think I'll look for with your Tonfa skill? What's one important detail I'll look for when you guys test? Careful what you might say. I might cheat. One thing.
The angle and the weapon too.
That's a big one. I don't want to ever see someone trying to punch someone like this, because it's just not going to work. My hand's going to slip. Unless like you have gorilla hands, then it won't. But making sure I stay at a good angle. Control, yes, I'm always checking control whenever we're doing practice with partners. So I never want to use my Tonfa like that. It's definitely going to hurt. Fun fact, first time I ever injured myself with Tonfa was just practicing in the backyard. I was practicing this. I hit myself in my hip bone, an enormous bruise. So these have a lot of power without needing to use a lot. So just by doing this, I give you a solid bruise. So definitely if I'm ever practicing in the morning, just look. I want to have good control over my weapon. You never want to hit our partner. And I think I saw distance. Different variations, yes. So using sometimes here, use my long, use my hammer, doesn't matter. I want to see a couple of different variations, never just like this, never just my flips, because it's almost like a game of rock, paper, scissors. This works well for something. This works well for something. This works well for something. You've been my student for the past year as a black belt. You already know this is really great for catching somebody else's weapon. Catch and then hit. So we're going to use our bags. And for 1 minute, any skills that you want. If you're swinging at your bag, your control version here is don't let it bounce off your arm. Try and catch it after you hit it in a nice controlled position. You have 1 minute, any skills that you would like. Yes, and using kicks. Nice job, Madeline. That was one I was looking for, but I was going to point it out today. Should use kicks. Now, whenever I'm using any kind of weapon, I'm doing any weapon sparring, I never lead with a kick, because normally whatever gets seen first, that move normally gets blocked. And I don't want to throw my front snap kick at Morgan, because her block's going to involve her Tonfa breaking my ankle. So, do some skills. My Tonfa, hold on, then kick. Ready? 1 minute, go. You don't have to square stance. On the front, same idea. Now I have an extension. Then move around still. By kicking, I personally don't like high kicks for my conflict. I like to throw high skills, followed by like a low inside pushing kick. Works really well. Hey, don't drop your Tonfa, Madeline. You would have died. Yeah, prison. Oh no, you're gone. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Morgan, did you find was your go-to move on
My go-to move was long to.
that? Inside goal. Punching, especially on a bag, is very difficult with a lot of grip strength, a lot of focus, making sure that my weapon doesn't pop. So, you really like that? Massive forearm. Right. Nice job, Zoom guys. Nice job, Morgan. We're gonna put our Tonfa away. For us, we need to put them up here because I've got to wash them. And then Morgan, if you need one, please go grab a quick drink. Same thing for you guys. Grab a drink if you need it. We're gonna do some kicking next. All right, so I know not everyone has a kick target at home, so I'm gonna hold one for you guys. Now you're not gonna be able to hit it. I already know that. This is just something for you to focus your eyes on. We're gonna do our real kicks, just 5 times each side. Just basically fine. Always, my head has to look first. This is all about timing. I don't kick before I look because I might miss. Okay, look and one. Always, boom. There you go. That's it. Hit. That's it. Okay, and then we switch our feet using my other side. One. Welcome back. Oh. 4. There. That's it. Hit. That was good. That's it. Okay. Now, my seat. And show your breathing. Focus your eyes. Get something that's not moving. Okay. Next one we're going to do a pop wheel kick. So, my hands up, turn, and both my legs. Pop. What I'm looking for with this kick is I've seen all of my students do that. I just want to make sure the jump is good, but picking up my non-kicking leg, not letting this be an anchor. 5 times each side, same thing. One, turn, jump. One, turn. Sit. Hit. That's it. Good. And then switch our feet. Other side. One. Nope. Hit. Hit. That's it. Good. Take our knees. And focus. One of the things that help me jump higher with this kick is just not trying to turn with my feet this far apart. I'm not going to get a lot of power from there. It's not going to be great. When I spin, feet pretty close. I'll be able to drop down my knee, and my knee should touch my heel. That's a good distance. Feel a lot better like that. This is going to be the last kick. Okay. going to be a form of wheel kick we're going to be doing. This is called auto bar. I think I remember you and I practicing auto bar before. Professional, right? We'll see. So we're going to start with our left foot in front, which means our right leg is going to kick. Turn, and as soon as I turn, hands in, nice and close, so I can spin fast. I go knee, like my front kick, jump knee, like a roundhouse kick, turn, pop wheel. Now, this one is very disorienting, so we're going to do 2 more like that very slowly. Turn, punt, hands in, 2, fake, set, fake, look, there, kick. One more slowly. Punt, hands in. Go, set, head. Good. Now, 3 on your own. Try maybe a little bit faster. If not, stick with this. But try all together. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Go. You're 3, 2. Yeah, sounds nice. You knee, kick. Good. Now, we're going to switch our feet, and we're going to go to our other side. Again, 3 times, slowly. Turn, hands in. Knee, roundhouse knee, up. Okay. Front knee, round knee, off knee. Last one, slowly. 1, 2, 7, 8. Good. Now, 3 on your own. Go. That's not bad. Nice job, Devin. Keep your hands controlled. Don't let them come out to the side. Keep them in. Good. Now, we got C, and we focus our gaze. Morgan, do you know why we keep our hands in? It helps me control my upper body a little bit faster. It also helps me spin a lot faster. So, one of my favorite videos is like this physics teacher, right? He holds out like 2 10-pound weights, and he spins in a chair, and he spins kind of fast. That's imagine. When he brings them in, he starts spinning a lot faster. When he puts them out, slows down. So I don't do my kicking like this, because if I just turn my body really fast, you can feel wind resistance on my hands. But when I bring my hands in, really fast, I almost lost my sock. So when we spin, just practice. Even if you're not going to do the kick, hands in. Hands in. It'll help you with all of your spinning kicks, especially the harder ones. You guys have done really well today, so we're going to do 1 kick from my 2nd degree ball. Now this is a hard kick. It's called a 540 tornado kick. Man, thumbs up or thumbs down. Has Jump Plunge and him shown you that? Yeah, that's not a thumb. All right, so this is a very difficult kick, so we're not going to kick high. We're going to kick incredibly low on purpose. Doesn't even look like we're going to kick. I'm going to use my right leg. Start hands. And when I spin, the first thing I do is I bring my hands in close. I'm going to pick up my left knee, and I'm pretty much just going to jump and turn and land on my right foot. What's hard about this kick is my jumping leg is my kicking leg and my landing leg. So I jump, kick, land, all on the same leg. We're not going to do too many of those because that's a lot of strain on our knees. So you should never do more than like maybe 15 at a time. Hands up, assuming that you're doing them at block level. But we're doing it at very basic beginning. Hands in, knee, in. Small. Put out, back. You have something to aspire to at second degree now. Hands. Go. Little foot out. Another good way to practice this is not even kicking. Just by picking my knee up and landing on it. So try that. Spin. Yeah. Okay. Let's try. Pick up. And try 5 more on your own. Yeah. You guys are not going to be tested on this kick. It's just a fun kick, I think. Yes. That's the kind of shape. Oh, good. Yes, nice practice, Madeline. Oh, until she fell off the camera. So did Debbie. Try one more.
Sure.
I like to think I'm at least a decent jumper. I like to think my jumping kicks are at least somewhat decent. This kick, when I was first doing it, was like down here. This was my kick. And I still miss that. But practicing this kick, getting used to the movements, nothing really changed about my body, just how I cue the kick. And landing on that same leg, it just takes practice. So, some things might be considered hard, maybe combo hard. Weapon, not really. It's just new. So whenever you look at something that's hard, even if it's like school homework and math for you guys, maybe it's not hard. It's just different. It's something new. You guys did a nice job today. Showed you all of your Tonfa skills. That's all 10 of them. You guys are probably ready to white stripe by next week. You work really hard. So this is front cadet. Forward hip. Back, cadet. Jump in. Hold it. We're going to have you here. So I can look at these guys too.
Después hagan bien. Ni, considerar, añadir, show.
That's enough. I just got to make it louder than all of them. I also put them on you. All right, so that's it. Please remember all of your stuff. You guys dismissed. If you have any questions, let me know. You guys all did a really nice job today. Also, yeah, bye. Make it show.